Freshman, defensive specialist number 1, Ashlyn Thomas. Junior, outside hitter number 2, Ellie Shaw. Sophomore, middle hitter number 3, Madeline Hardman. Senior, outside hitter number 4, Jessica Solich.
And welcome everybody to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University here in San Antonio, Texas. This non-conference matchup between your OLLU Saints, who are 1-4 on the season, taking on Southwestern Assemblies of God, University out of Waxahachie, Texas, and the Lions, who come into the season right now at 9-2 overall, 1-0 in conference play. Saints have played the Lions 14 times since the inaugural season back in 2007. Saints have 8 victories out of those 14 games. The teams played last week, and the Saints lost that in 4 sets, 3-1. Prior to that, the Saints played SAGU last year. Were able to beat the Lions 3-1 in that one. As we get ready for the start of this one, Saints trying to turn things around. Saints started the season off 1-0 with a victory over Wayland Baptist. Ever since then, they've gone ahead to drop 4 straight matches and trying to get things back on track here. A very young team for the Saints. Saints with a tough loss last night to Texas Wesleyan University, 3-1, where the Saints actually had 12 more kills than the Rams did in the match. But a lot of mistakes for this young team cost them a victory there in some very close sets. So we get ready for things to go here from Maybe Gymnasium on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in San Antonio, Texas. Mike Thompson here with you as we get ready for action here on the OLLU Saints Network. Saints with their final huddle coming up here. And the Saints will serve to start things off here. Actually, SAGU, I believe, will be serving first to start things off. And serving for the Lions is going to be Brittany Stalaby, a setter, defensive specialist, 5'7" sophomore out of Fort Worth.
And serving first for SAGU, number 6, Brittany Stalaby.
These two schools, former conference rivals. SAGU was a member of the Red River Athletic Conference for many years, leaving a few years back to join the Sooner. Raven Swain able to send that one over. Back over the top, trying to get underneath and not able to, and that's going to be put down there by Summer Skillner, the outside hitter, senior from Shawnee, Oklahoma. The next serve here from Stalaby. Set up by Thomas. Swain's shot is going to be returned out. And Raven Swain with the point there.
Number 6 now serving Anissa Thomas.
And we are even at 1 here in this first set. And serving for the Saints, Marina Martinez, a junior out of McAllen. That over. So libero Bruce back there. And it's going to be point coming for SAGU. That one's going to be sent down, and it's going to find its way in there. Is Hubbard, Bailey Hubbard, the freshman from Helotes. Will even things up at 2 here. Fazio checks in. Raven Swain serving now for the Saints. Here's set 1. First serve is up and over. Set up by Ivy, and that's going to find its way down. And a point for the Lions. Nikki Almagar, 5'8" freshman from Waxahachie there with it. That's going to be sent down by Rivera and unable to return. The point for the Saints. Saints even it up again. Teams going back and forth here in this first set. 3-3 now. Hubbard to serve. Up and over. Set up on the far side, and Raven Swain unable to handle that from Stodich. And SAGU taking a 4-3 lead here in set number 1. Serve is over. Thomas sets it back. Rivera over the top, kept alive there. Set there by Ivy. Sent over long by Shaw. And it's going to find its way in there by Natalie Fazio. And the Saints tied up again at 4. Anissa Rivera, the serve now. It's Rivera, the sophomore out of El Paso. A strong freshman year for Rivera. On what was probably the best Saints volleyball team we've had. Fancy national tournament, hosting the first round before falling to College of the Ozarks. And that's going to be blocked there at the net. Actually, no, it's not going to be blocked at the net. It comes down there. It's going to be a point for SAGU. So 5-4, the Lions with the lead here in set number 1. And Sophia Ivy, the freshman from Round Rock, Texas, in to serve. A lot of freshmen on both of these squads here. And that's going to be a service error. And the Saints will tie it up. So Fazio to serve now. Fazio sends it over. Set all the way across. Blocked there at the net by Wood. Rivera sets back again. There goes Raven Swain off of 2 defenders. And the Saints take the lead at 6-5. So the serve coming. Fazio Set right back to the net. Swain sets it up. Now Rivetta sets it again. Cardenas gets it down at a point for the Saints. And the Saints open up the largest lead for either team here of 2 points at 7-5 here in set number 1. Fazio's serve, up and over. And just sending it over is Shaw. Rivetta back to Wood. Wood is going to be long, just outside the line, and SAGU back to within 1 now, trailing 7-6. Cardenas kept alive. Put up by Bruce. Rivetta sets forward over to Swain, over the top of the defenders, but sent back down again. Rivetta. Wood will just send it back. Bruce there. Now set back right along the net and going to come down point. SAGU has tied it.
Tied at 7.
Serve over. Rivetta sets it back. A Swain shot kept alive. Over the top, Rivetta. Rivetta. Martinez. Swain sends it off defenders. Point Saints take the lead back. At 8-7 now here in set number 1. The serve is over. Martinez sets up. Swain. Bruce to keep it alive. Sent back, blocked at the net by Wood, and point for the Saints. Back to a 2-point lead here at 9-7 here in set number 1. Martinez to serve now for the Saints. Marina, the junior from McAllen, up and over. Bruce there keeps it alive. Now Martinez sets up. Swain right back in the defenders. Swain again. Martinez. Swain again. Just pushed back. Kept up. Rivetta. Swain. And that's going to be out. Point Saints. A 3-point advantage now. So Martinez to serve here. Right over the net. Pushed up. That's blocked back in the net by Hubbard. And that's going to be whistled. 2 touches, I'm guessing. Well, actually, no. Who was it? For SAGU, as Sophia Ivy came forward. And a point for the Saints on the violation. It's a 4-point lead. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Saints holding on to a 4-point advantage here in set number 1 against SAGU. Saints have run off 4 in a row now against the Lions. Martinez over. Bruce, now Ivy sets up. Sets that back at the net and put down by Wood. Point Saints, 5-point lead now. And a 5-0 run for the Saints. That's off of the shoulder of Martinez on a powerful shot from Kaylee Shaw. And a point for SAGU to break the run there.
6-17 Brittany Stelly and
Brittany Stallaby to serve. She started off serving for SAGU here in this first set. Hubbard sends it all the way over Wood, sent back down. That's going to be off of Hubbard and a point for SAGU as they draw to within 3 now. And it's Stallaby to serve again. And a whistle. We're ready to go. Rivetta sets over to Swain. Swain set back. Rivetta. Swain again. Back off of Stallaby. A point for the Saints. As Anissa Thomas to serve. And SAGU did not rotate properly. So the violation there, the Saints will get the point. Back to a 5-point advantage here. Sit down, nicely kept alive by Martinez. Rivetta over the top. And back at the net, and there is Hubbard point as Hubbard touched the net, and a point for SAGU. So Shaw to serve here. Martinez sneaks it over, point for the Saints. Back to a 5-point advantage as Raven Swain will serve now for the Saints. So Raven Swain here, up and over. Senior from Pflugerville, sent back of the net, point for SAGU. So 15-11. Amagauer to serve. Up and over. Thomas sets back to Rivetta. Ivy tries to sneak over there. Thomas back. Swain will send it from deep, but goes into the net and point. SAGU back to within 3 again. Samaga with the serve again there. Thomas forward. Fazio sent out, point Saints. And a 4-point lead. So Natalie Fazio, the sophomore from Plano, able to send that one. Back over the other side. Raven Swain tried to get in there for the dig. Unable to get there is Jessica Soldich, the outside hitter, the senior from Arlington, with a point for SAGU. They're back within 3 again. Wahana Voldovich sends it over. Thomas all the way across to Fazio. Fazio gets it over. Set up by Ivy. Sent back of the net. Going to be point for the Saints as it caught the net. Was not touched by a Saint. Caught the net and went out. It's the official with a little whistle difficulty there. Saints back to a 4-point lead. Ivy sets forward, sent down, and point for the Saints. Back to a 5-point lead again. Soldich, who's been busy on the left side, not able to get it that time. Up ahead, Fazio. Over the top. Soldich keeps it alive. Ivy. Soldich again. Underneath, she'll get that one to go at a point.
Now serving number 8, Sophia Ivy.
So Ivy to serve here. Cardenas over the top, and a point for the Saints. And a 5-point advantage again here as Natalie Fazio to serve. Fazio's serve, and service ace. And a 6-point advantage for the Saints here in set number 1. And a timeout called by Southwestern Assemblies of God. And we'll take a timeout as well. 20-14, set number 1. Saints with the lead. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Saints with a 6-point advantage here in set number 1, 20-14. Women's soccer is on the road today in Siloam Springs, Arkansas at John Brown University Women's College Soccer Classic. Saints are set to take on Oklahoma Wesleyan at 3 o'clock today. Men's soccer is also on the road in Hastings, Nebraska. The Saints will face off against the University of Jamestown. That'll be a 7:15 start tonight. Men's tennis team is in Seguin today and tomorrow for the Doc Skogman Invitational, hosted by Texas Lutheran University. And men's golf will participate in the first tournament of the fall season. Saints will travel to Fort Worth this Sunday to take on the Texas Intercollegiate Golf Classic, hosted by Texas Wesleyan University. And for updates on all Saints activities, visit the website www.ollusaintsathletics.com and follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag OLLU Saints Volleyball. And the point there for SAGU. As the Lions will draw back to within 5. As Soldich to serve. Olivetis checks in for the Saints. The freshman from Edinburgh. As Soldich with the serve, up and over. And Olivetta there. Rivetta sets back. Wood sends it over. Ivy sets back, sent back. Olivetta, nice dig off the shot by Shaw. Back around, kept alive by Bruce. Now to Ivy, now over the top. Rivetta keeps it alive. Martinez to Swain. Sent back, Olivetta. Swain will send it back deep, right over to Bruce. Ivy back again high to Soldich. Trying to keep it alive, Wood. Saints just trying to keep it over, and they say it went over the top of the antenna, and a point for SAGU. So SAGU back to within 4 now. Trailing at 20-16. So Soldich. Rivetta all the way across to Swain. Swain gets it down past Bruce, and the point for the Saints. And it's 21-16 the score here. Martinez will get the service ace as it kind of rolled up the arms there of Summer Skillner. And back to a 6-point advantage. And a service error. And a 5-point lead. And serving, Brittany Stollaby. After the substitution is Paulette Dawkins checks in for SAGU as well. Rivetta over to Swain. Up high. Bruce. And that's punched over by Shaw. Rivetta. And there goes Hubbard. Point for the Saints. So 6-point lead here. And here comes the serve. Up and over. Set back over to Shaw. Martinez high to Swain. Swain gets it down and set point for the Saints. So Saints trying to take an early lead here. It's Thomas' serve. It's over. Miss hit but kept alive. Stolich sends it over. Martinez across to Rivetta. Rivetta kept up by Solich. Now over to Ivy and back. Ivy again. Sends back over to Shaw. Sent back in the nape by Swain. Up and over. Thomas. Swain. Out. Point. Saints take set number 1. 25-17. They lead 1-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball, the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody, to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University as the Saints take the first set over Southwestern Assembly of God, 25-17. Saints took control about midway through and cruised to an early first set there. As the first set, Saints finished the first set, 15 kills, 11 for SAGU. Saints attack percentage was at 205, 176 for SAGU. Assists 19, 12 to 9 in favor of the Saints. Digs in favor of SAGU at 17 to 15. Saints had 2 aces in that first set. And the leader right now in kills As we'll wait for the stats to catch up here. Fazio with 2 kills. 2 kills for Cardenas. Raven Swain, 8 kills here in the match so far. And Swain with a .261 attack percentage. And on the other side, the leader with 4 kills is Jessica Soldich. So the Saints will start things off here in set number 2. It's Thomas. Thomas the serve. Thomas with 2 kills and 3 digs in that first set. As we'll send it over. And a whistle. And again, a violation on SAGU for not rotating properly. Right to start things off here for set 2. It's the second time that has happened today to SAGU. Over the top as Dawkins gets it down, and Dawkins will even things up here. 1 apiece here in set number 1, or set number 2. That's 3 out of 5. First 25, win by 2. If it goes to a 5th set, we play the 15, win by 2. Shaw will push it over. Hubbard's shot's going to be blocked by Dawkins at the net, and point for SAGU. So SAGU with a 2-1 lead now in set number 2. And serving is Collie Shaw. Thomas, Hubbard over the top. As Ivy just kind of bumped it around there, goes into the net. Saints even it up again. Fazio will come in, she'll be at the net. Raven Swain will be serving now for the Saints. Swain sends it up and over. So over the top, Swain, just a good job to get it over. And that's just pulled over there by Ivy at a point for SAGU. At 3-2 now. That's Ivy picking up her first kill of the match.
Number 10, now serving
Nikki Amagar. As Rivera's shot is down, and Anissa Rivera will even things up for the Saints. It's Rivera with the first kill. Dawkins over the top. Hubbard not able to get there. It's over the reach of the defenders. No one came forward, and a point for SAGU. They're up 4-3 here. Vukadinkovic to serve. Now sent around over to Rivera. Sent down at the net. Point for the Saints. Is not able to get a block there. And the point for the Saints. And they're tied. As Rivera now to serve. Ivy forward. Solich gets it down. And Solich now with her 5th kill of the match and a 5-4 lead for SAGU. Very similar to the way set number 1 started. As teams went back and forth, and a point there for the Saints on the service error. Ties it up again. So Fazio to serve now for the Saints. Ivy sends it across to Shaw, sent back down by Wood. And the Saints take the lead at 6-5. As now the scores table and the official checking positioning of the SAGU players. So they've already been caught twice being out of position. And Saints have received a couple of points, and now they're and now as there's a confusion here with Hartline and Stallby. Let's see who comes in, who doesn't. So the scorers table down below is talking with the near side floor official. As Coach Hansford Moore talking with the official here as they are trying to figure out what is going on here. While they're doing that, also want to remind you, go to all your Saints updates. Go to OLLUSaintsathletics.com. Follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag OLLU Volleyball. Find out all the information on Saints Volleyball. Also, women's soccer is on the road today. They're in Chillam Springs, Arkansas, trying to turn things around after a loss yesterday. They're at the John Brown Women's College Classic. Saints are set to take on Oklahoma Wesleyan today at 3 o'clock. And I think they have things settled, possibly. Now the official will go over and talk to Coach Jeremiah Tiffin. To figure out what's happening here. It's a bit of a delay. Men's soccer also on the road today as they're going to be in Hastings, Nebraska, and they'll be taking on the University of Jamestown at 7:15 tonight. They're also trying to bounce back from a tough loss. And tennis will be in Seguin today and tomorrow. The Doc Skogman Invitational, hosted by Texas Lutheran University. Fazio with the serve into the net and a service error. Now we're tied at 6.
Tied at 6.
Pardon me. Soldich to serve now for SAGU. Swain, Rivetta pushes over to Swain. Swain gets it, Soldich keeps it up in the air, nice dig. Now Soldich into the net, point for the Saints.
Now serving.
SAGU had increased their attack percentage up to 220 from the 179 they had at the end of the first set, but having an error on the attack there. Back around to the top of the net, and that's going to be put over by Hartline. And SAGU ties it at 7.
Now serving number 6.
Stalby to serve. Rivetta. As Wood had to come back for that. Ivy back around. Sent just kind of punched over the line there, over the net. Hubbard pushes it back. The net there as Swain puts it back. And now Ivy to Dawkins. Oliveira back, Rivetta. Wood over the top of the defenders by Solich. Ivy looks, and that's going to go there off of the defenders of the net. And the kill there by Skillner. And SAGU takes the lead back at 8-7. The serve is coming up for it, Oliveira. No one else really reacting for the Saints. And the point comes there for SAGU as they take a 2-point advantage now. Up and over. Wood, back of the net, Wood again. Hubbard looking, goes back, and Dawkins blows that one up at the net, and a 3-point advantage for SAGU now. So this second set has gone pretty much the same as set one, but in reverse. As SAGU takes their largest lead of the match now at 3 points, at a 10-7 lead. Swain, Rivetta, Hubbard over the top, comes back down. And SAGU now on a 5-0 run. They have a 4-point lead at 11-7. Timeout for the Saints. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. It's 11-7 the lead here for SAGU. Here at set number 2, trying to even things up against the Saints. Rivetta over to Hubbard, kept alive. Ivy pushes all the way over to Skillern. Ivy again. Skillern, that one's going to be off the defender, and a point for SAGU. It's now a 5-point lead as they are starting to pull away a bit here in this second set. That is 6 in a row now by SAGU. Rivetta, across over to Swain. And Swain ends the run and gets the Saints a point as they are to within 4 now, trailing 12-8 to SAGU. As substitution, as Anissa Thomas, a freshman from San Antonio, Incarnate Word High School, here to serve. Up and over. Skillern over, Dawkins and Shaw. Both unable to handle that, and the Saints are to within 3 now. Up we go. Hubbard puts it down. Saints back to within 2. And again, sent back Raven Swain. And the Saints now within 1. Shaw, Hubbard, Thomas. Over to Rivetta. Diving in there to get it is Bruce. Back of the net. Swain catches a hand to the face from Hubbard, but still able to get it going. Ivy, back, punched over by Shaw. Thomas sneaks it back. It's going to go wide and a point for SAGU.
Number 2, Shaw. Shaw.
So 14-11 to score. Shaw with the point there. Shaw just over there. Martinez, good job to slide in for it. Swain sent back. And Martinez reaches over. Probably would have been better off letting that one go because I think it would have gone out. But a point for SAGU and back with a 4-point advantage again here. Now point Saints. As Fazio checks back in, she'll be at the net with Hubbard and Rivera. Hubbard. There's Fazio. As just under Tamez. And a point for SAGU. Back to a 4-point lead here at 16-12. Nikki Almaguer with it over. Rivera. Rivera. And the official called it in. And going to be overturned by the head referee, as it was clearly out. And a point for SAGU and a 5-point lead and a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Saints trail by 5, lead 1-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. Almaguer to serve again. And a 5-point lead for SAGU. Up and over. Swain. Hubbard punches it over and a whistle. And a net violation on the Saints. And point SAGU. It's now a 6-point advantage for the Lions. And again, pushed down by Dawkins as SAGU starts to run away with this second set with a 7-point advantage now. As the Saints will need to play near perfect volleyball the rest of the way. Fazio alive there as Ivy gets it over. Martinez, Fazio back down again. Dawkins blows that one up. 8-point advantage, their largest lead in the match, and ties the overall largest lead. Saints won that first set by 8, and now SAGU with an 8-point lead of their own. Anita Rivera gets it over. Back at the net, Hubbard. Thomas back to Hubbard is in, and point for the Saints. Saints trail by 7 now. Scottiness checks back in. Hubbard to serve. Ivy back. Dawkins gets it down. And Dawkins has come alive in the second set. As Dawkins now for the match. With 6 kills. Swain pushes forward. Rivetta. Kept alive by Shaw. Back over Solich. Fazio. Solich again. Ivy. Solich sent back of the net by Cardenas. Back again over. And not able that one. That's off the fingertips of Thomas. And a 9-point advantage for SAGU, the largest lead for either team now. And the serve. Thomas sneaks it over and point for the Saints.
Now serving number 11, Anissa Rivera.
As Rivetta to serve. Thomas comes out. And that's going to be long on the service error and a point for SAGU. Back to a 9-point advantage as Ivy will serve now. Rivetta to Fazio. And that's going to be long and point. Actually, it overruled. Official said it went long. Saints got it overruled as it was touched by a SAGU player. The Saints back to within 8 here. It's Fazio to serve. Over the top, snuck over. Pushed up by Martinez. Swain back alive. As Wood and Rivetta collide, and that's going to be set point now for SAGU. And SAGU a point away from tying this at 1 set apiece now. So Rivetta checks in. Solich to serve. Rivetta got in this over the top. Ivy across and back of the net. And point SAGU. And that'll tie it at 1 set apiece. We will take a break. And we'll be back with your second set here in just a moment as you're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody, to Maybe Gymnasium. One set apiece as we get ready for third set action to start up here. We'll take a look at some of the stats there now for the match. Both teams are evened up at 22 kills apiece. Saints' attack percentage dropped drastically down to .076. SAGU at 188. 18 assists apiece, 33 digs for SAGU, 28 for the Saints. And both teams with 2 service aces. 9 kills for Raven Swain to lead the Saints. And 6 digs for Anissa Rivera. For SAGU, the leader. 6 kills for Jessica Soldich. And 6 kills for Paulier Dawkins. And the leader in digs, 12 for Jessica Soldich. So now we get ready for set number 3 to get underway here. And the serve is up and over by Stalaby. Swain back at the net. So now, as the ball came down, Raven Swain was out. It came on top of her as she was out. And now they're discussing it as it did hit Raven Swain, as Raven Swain was trying to get out of the way. And the ball came down on top of her. So I'm thinking it should be the point for SAGU. But we're hard to tell what all is happening down there in the talk between officials. And a point goes to the Saints. Kind of confused on that one. It looked like it did go off a SAGU player, but then came down on Raven Swain, who was out of bounds at the time, but the point goes to the Saints. Dawkins. Thomas. Swain will send it over. Ivy. Now sent back down, and that's point for the Saints. Sent down by Hubbard. The Saints with a 2-0 lead to start this third set. So Thomas with the serve. Up and over. Ivy sneaks it over. Nicely dug up by Martinez. Thomas, Rivera, back and out, point Saints. So 3-0 now, Saints lead to start this third set. Thomas over. And a service ace for Thomas, and it's now 4-0 Saints here in set number 1. So Thomas up and over. Bruce to Ivy. Thomas sets around to Swain. Over the top, gonna hit the floor. And 5-0 now, Saints lead it. And a timeout call by SAGU. 5 in a row to start the third set for the Saints. We'll take a break. Be back with more action in a moment. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. So a little clarification. Apparently they say that the ball had hit the antenna and therefore being out before any contact with Raven Swain. That's why the point for the Saints. So Thomas all the way across over to Swain, and Raven Swain gets it to go. So 6-0 the lead here in set number 3 for the Saints. Thomas over. And another in the point. Hubbard. And 7-0 Saints now. The Saints keep this intensity going. Dawkins sent back down at the net by Hubbard. Bailey Hubbard. The block at the net. And 8-0 now. Saints lead here in set number 3. Trying to take advantage back as we're tied at 1 set apiece. Punched back by Shaw. Martinez ahead to Rivera. Rivera at the net, down point Saints. 9-0 now to start set number 3. And to the net, service error and a point for SAGU. So Saints start off 9 in a row.
Number 2, Shaw serving.
As Shaw will serve. Thomas. Hubbard, point for the Saints. Back to a 9-point advantage here.
Raven Swain serving.
Raven Swain to serve here. Up and over. And that's going to find its way to the floor just ahead of the diving Martinez. And Shaw with the point. And an 8-point lead now for the Saints here in set 3. It's a serve over by Omegar. And Hubbard. Giving the Saints advantage back up to 9. Bailey Hubbard to serve. Got us back in. She'll be at the net with Rivera and Fazio. Back for Ivy to Dawkins. Over the top. And point as into the net was Dawkins. Net violation. And a 10-point advantage now for the Saints. Their largest of the match. Hubbard up and over. Across over to Solich. Dawkins, and not able to sneak it over as Ivy. It's a good job for Dawkins to keep it alive, and Ivy just not quite enough on it. Catches the top of the net. At a point for the Saints. It's an 11-point lead here. Ivy, Dawkins over the top. Rivera there. Thomas across. Fazio off the fingertips of the defenders. Point for the Saints. A 12-point advantage now. Hubbard serve. Catches the top of the net. Shaw's there and Solich back as Hubbard sent it into the back of Raven Swain. It came back at Hubbard, and that's going to be the point there for SAGU. As they trail by 11. Vukadinovic with the serve. Thomas, Garanas. Back it goes Rivera. Rivera, and that's it over. Thomas sneaks it back. Ivy pushes to the far side to Solich, able to get it down. SAGU within 10 now. Solich with her 8th kill now. Fazio into the net, and SAGU scored 3 in a row, are within 9 here in set number 3. Serve. Sets back, Rivera. Back at the net. Fazio over the top. Ivy sets up for Solich. Kept alive by Swain. Overhead, Cardenas. Shaw. Ivy from the back. Rivera. And nice job for Ivy just to punch it over and into the net. And a point for SAGU. That'll be 4 in a row there after a big rally as Thomas was looking at sneaking it over and just caught the top of the net. Didn't have enough on it. And the serve continues. Vukadinovic. And that's touched by SAGU and a point for the Saints. And now, and again, Coach Moore with an issue, and Coach Moore is going to get a card here. As Coach Mard will get a yellow card. And a rotation coming. Not agreeing with the call. Saints lead back is back to 9. So Rivera to serve here. And a service error. And a point for SAGU, back to within 8. And an official timeout going to happen here. As Coach Moore wanting the officials to check the positioning of the Saints player, and everybody checks out. Is Ivy now to serve. Rivera sets back over to Fazio, and Fazio puts it down. 9-point lead for the Saints here in set number 3. Fazio serve. There for Bruce. Ivy. Solich sends it over. Reaction time a little slow for the Saints in the back. Not moving forward. I've heard him a few times today. The lead is at 8, at 16-8, and Solich to serve for SAGU. Swain. Rivera. Cardenas sends it. Back it goes. Over at the net. Ivy back. Shaw sends it off the shoulder of Rivera and a point for SAGU. SAGU now within 7 and a timeout called by the Saints. Leading 16-9. We're all tied up 1 set apiece. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. Soldich serving for SAGU is back to within 7 after trailing by as many as 12. And away their point for SAGU. They're back to within 6. And a point again, SAGU. They're back to within 5 here. So the Saints' lead is almost vanished as Bruce Soldich sends it back. Thomas, Rivetta, Cardenas, they're at the net, point Saints. Saints stopping the bleeding a little bit there. Get the lead back up to 6. Soldich from back deep. Rivetta over the top. Hubbard gets it down. Saints lead back to 7. Ivy across. Kept alive there. Swain shot is sent back. Rivetta. Wood. They're at the net as Skillner not able to keep that one alive. Point for the Saints now at 8. And a timeout for SAGU. Saints lead, getting back up there again. They're up by 8, 19-11, third set. 1 set apiece. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. As we're back to action here, the serve's over. Soldich sends it. It's going to go into the net, point for the Saints. So 20-11 the score. Saints back to with a 9-point lead. They've led by as many as 12 here in this third set. Ivy over the top. And again, Martinez not able to get there, but Shaw able to put that one down. SAGU with an 8. As Brittany Stollaby, sophomore from Fort Worth, to serve for the Lions. Rivetta up to Swain. Swain over. Back it goes. Ivy to Skiller, and that's going to be blown up at the net. I believe by Hubbard. Another point for the Saints, lead to a 9-point advantage again here. And the serve is over. Ivy, Shaw, Swain trying to keep it alive. Martinez will send it over. Bruce, Ivy. Cross over to Skillern. Martinez. Rivetta, 2 touches. And a point for SAGU. They're back to within 8. First call of 2 touches here in this match for either team. Hubbard back down at the net, and a point SAGU. SAGU trying to make a run again, trailing by 7. The serve coming up for Shaw. Thomas across over to Swain. Swain sent down and out, point Saints. So Raven Swain to serve here. First up, Rivetta off the fingertips of the defenders there, but kept alive. Back over. Thomas, Swain. The live Shaw, Ivy, over to Skiller. And that's going to be a whistle and point. It's a net violation for the Saints, on the Saints. So a point for SAGU. They're within 7 here. As Nikki Almair looks to serve. Send up and over. Set back. Rivetta. In for Anissa Rivetta. And the lead is 8. 23-15 here in set 3. So Hubbard to serve. Cardenas checks back in. Serve is over. Trouble with the serve there. Bruce up high. He's trying to send it over up into the rafters at a point for the Saints, and that'll be set point. Hubbard serve. Across by Solich. Solich gives SAGU the point there. Serving is Vukaninovic. Thomas over to Fazio. And that's going to find its way down. Point for SAGU. And they are within 7 here. Still set point for the Saints. As Vukadinovic here to serve again. Freshman from Belgrade, Serbia. Rivetta off of the defender. Point Saints. Set number 3 go to the Saints. They lead 2 sets to 1. And we will have set number 4 here in just a moment. As again, the Saints take that one 25-17. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. Welcome back, everybody. For updates on all Saints activities, visit the website at www.ollusaintsathletics.com. Follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag OLLU Volleyball. Saints taking advantage again here. Up 2-1 with that 25-17 win in set number 3. After the 8-0 start to start off that third set. Saints trying to close it out. SAGU trying to force a 5th set. As we're about ready to.
Saints will get a point before we start playing set number 4.
Saints will have a point. On a violation. As a red card was given.
Serving first for the Saints in set number 4. Number 6.
We had already received a yellow card earlier, SAGU had. Now they received a red card during the break. Didn't see what was happening, but the Saints will start off with a 1-0 lead here in set number 4, leading 2-1. Thomas to serve for the Saints. Up and over. Ivy sends it over. It's Dawkins. As Dawkins getting the first one there. She had a really good second set. Now Ivy sends it across. Overskill is going to go wide and point for the Saints. And a 2-1 lead here. So Raven Swain to serve. Fazio will be at the net with Rivetta and Hubbard. Swain's serve is over. Set up, now over. Up it goes. Fazio over Hubbard. 4 touches for the Saints. And we're tied at 2. Almagals who serve here. Gomez is back. Fazio sent down at the net. Blown up by Ivy, and the point for SAGU, and they'll take their first lead here of set number 4. Up and over. Rivetta. Push back over. Thomas with Bruce is there. Ivy across over to Solich. Solich sends it back to the far end where nobody was, and a point SAGU. I'm going to take a 4-2 lead here in set number 4. And a service ace for Almagal. And a 3-point advantage here. Martinez, Thomas, Rivetta gets it down right between Almagal and Bruce. And the Saints back to within 2. Hubbard checks in, Cardenas at the net with Fazio and Rivetta. Almagal into the net. And point for the Saints, back to within 1 now. So Hubbard to serve. Ivy sends it forward. Solich up at the net, touched by both Cardenas and Rivetta. Cardenas there, sent back by Dawkins. Thomas across to Fazio. Fazio gets it down on the line. SAGU trying to dispute. The official says no. It was a good call, and it did look good from here. So 5-all. Hubbard. Fazio over the top. Back it comes. Rivetta. Thomas sets back to Rivetta. Rivetta sent back by Dawkins. And away and a point. SAGU. So the Saints fight their way back to tie it, and SAGU takes the lead back again. And that brings up Vukadinovic to serve here. Up and over. And a service error point for the Saints. We're tied at 6. As Wood checks in, Anissa Rivetta is in. Rivetta. Fazio sent back down, and that's going to be blown up in the net. And the lead again for SAGU. So Ivy here to serve. Rivetta. Cardenas. Back it goes, and that's going to be 4. And point for the Saints. We're tied at 7. So Fazio to serve here. So Fazio there. Stolich. Got the net sent down by Cardenas. Back it goes. As Shaw sent it over. Rivetta. Back around to Wood. Sent back again. Fazio trying to keep it alive. Wood will send it over. Ivy into the net. Point for the Saints. As Ivy's right shoulder just kind of caught that net. She was trying to set it up, and the point and the lead go to the Saints. Fazio to serve. Into the net and service error. And we're tied at 8. Solich to serve here. Set back. Cardenas. Ivy. And that's 2 touches. Now both teams now with the 2 touches. Violation. Just 1 each in the match so far. Saints take the lead back at 9-8. Martinez into the net and the service error. And SAGU able to tie it up again. And that is now going to be 5. Make it 6 service errors for the Saints in the match. Rivetta pushes forward over to Swain, over the top. Able to get it down, point for the Saints. $15 kills for Raven Swain to go with 6 digs. She had 17 kills in the match yesterday against Texas Wesleyan. Ivy, Dawkins sends it back. Martinez is there. Thomas, Rivetta. Blown up at the net there by Skillern. And we're tied at 10. So Shaw to serve. Up. Swain over the top. Hubbard back there. Rivetta. Thomas. Hubbard over the top. Kept alive by Dawkins. Over to Skillern. Martinez finds Rivetta. Rivetta off the defender up into the rafters from Shaw. Kept alive by Ivy, and an auto there as Skillern got there a little late, and the point for the Saints, and they take the lead right back again at 11-10. So Fazio in, Swain to serve. As Shaw and Bruce, and Shaw able to get it back over because of the effort of Bruce. And Fazio sent back down and blown up by Dawkins. And we're tied at 11. Omegal to serve. So we're tied at 11. Rivetta at the net down. Anissa Rivetta, and the Saints take the lead back. Cardenas checks in. Bailey Hubbard to serve. Ivy over there, Hubbard there for it. Cardenas over the top. And the Saints extend their lead to 2 now here in set number 4. Dawkins back. Ivy. Omegal sent back, and it's going to be a point. 4 touches as it didn't go over. It went into the net, and a point for the Saints. Their lead is 3, and a timeout for SAGU. We'll take one as well. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. It's Bailey Hubbard to serve here for the Saints with a 3-point advantage here in set number 4. Ivy over to Dawkins. Kept alive there, Thomas. Swain. Now Thomas will just sit it over for the Saints. Bruce. Ivy. Cross over to Soldich in front of Raven Swain. Point for SAGU. Vukadinovic to serve here now for SAGU. They've had success when she's served. They're hoping to get it here. Swain. Rivetta over the top. Back again. Fazio. Thomas. Cardenas over the top of the defenders, but back he goes again. And going to be 2 touches for Omegal. And a point for the Saints as they now with a 3-point advantage. Anissa Rivetta to serve. Up and over. Soldich, Swain to keep it alive. And Wood there, and Martinez just gets it over. Soldich back there. Dug up nice by Martinez. Rivetta. Fazio. And that's going to be mishit by Shaw, and a point for the Saints. And a 4-point advantage now in set number 4. And a 2-1 lead for the Saints. Trying to close it out. Rivetta. Over the top, sent back down by Cardenas, and a point for the Saints. 5-point lead. Rivetta to serve again. Rivetta. Soldich sent back at the net by Wood. And a 6-point lead now for the Saints, and a timeout called by SAGU. Saints lead 18-12 here in set number 4, up 2-1, trying to close out the Lions. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Saints with a 6-point advantage here, up 2-1. Anissa Rivetta with the serve over. Ivy sends it back into the net there by Madeline Hartline, who we hadn't seen since set number 2. And the Saints lead is at 7. Rivetta to serve still. As Bruce there, and there's Fazio at the net. And the point, and an 8-point advantage for the Saints. Bruce, cross there, Solich. Wood, but Bruce again digging, trying to keep it alive, and she does. Fazio back, and Shaw now. It's a good rally coming up here. Got a nuts there. Amagal keeps it alive. And that's going to be 4 touches and point for the Saints, and a 9-point advantage now. Rivetta, right to Bruce. Ivy, Solich at the top. Dug up by Martinez. Fazio over the top. Bruce to keep it alive, gets it over. Rivetta, Cardenas. Bruce off and underneath the net. Point for the Saints. 10-point advantage here in set 4. Saints 3 points away from taking this match and ending the 4-match losing streak. Blown up at the net by Cardenas. And a 23-12 lead. Rivetta. The serve. Over the top, and Fazio can't get underneath it, and a point for SAGU. So the run is over. So Ivy will serve. Swain, Rivetta, back to Fazio. Sent back wide, point Saints, and that's match point. Match point here. It's Fazio to serve here. Ivy. Across over to Shaw, over the top there. Swain. Rivetta to Wood. Bruce there. Ivy sets back on the far side to Shaw. Blown up by Raven Swain. And the Saints win it. Saints take it 25-13. Saints win it 3 sets to 1. As the Saints get the victory, they go to 2-4 now on the season. As the Saints getting the big victory here in 4 sets, 3 sets to 1. Saints take the first set, drop the second, then they take the next 2. Next match for the Saints will be coming up on the 12th at 6 p.m. It'll be in Kerrville against Shriner. Then they'll be on the road as they start up conference play. As on the 15th, they will be in Tyler, Texas to take on Texas College. Then on the 16th to take on Jarvis Christian College. That'll be in Hawkins, Texas. Saints will return to San Antonio, but it'll still be a road match. That'll be at 6 p.m. on the 19th as they take on the Rattlers of St. Mary's right down the road. And then home play starts up again for the Saints on the 22nd and 23rd. 6 p.m. and 1 p.m. start times there. At 6 p.m. they'll take on the University of the Southwest. First big test in conference for them at that night. Then they take on Langston the next day at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And then on the 26th, they'll take on Southwestern University before hitting the road again. Saints get the victory. They go to 2-4 now on the season with a 3-set-to-1 win over Southwestern Assemblies of God University. As we take a look at some of the final stats as we come through here, as again, Saints go to 2-4 now on the season with the big victory. And it's always good to end a losing streak, which they had been on at 4 in a row, but they get that one. Saints took the first set 25-17, dropped the second 25-15, took the third 25-17, and the fourth one 25-13. Saints finished the match with 48 kills, 35 for SAGU, attack percentage of 150. SAGU finished with a .056 attack percentage. Assists 40-32 in favor of the Saints. Digs, Saints got the advantage on that one, 57-53, and 4 aces to 3. 15 kills for Raven Swain, 10 Diggs, 10 kills for Fazio for the Saints, and 9 for Nisa Rivera. On the other side for SAGU, the leader in kills, 13 for Jessica Soldich. And the next closest for her is Pauline Dawkins, who finished the match with 7. 14 Diggs, the high for Sally Bruce for SAGU. And for the Saints, leader in Diggs, 13 on the afternoon for Marina Martinez. Saints 2-4, and that will do it here for this one here from Maybe Gymnasium. Mike Thompson, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.